Coming to you live from the TSTV studio, it's Late Night Review with Kate Salkowitz and Jack Overbeck.
Good evening and welcome to Late Night Review, where we talk about what's happening
and what's not.
I'm Jack Overbeck.
I'm Kate Salkowitz, and here are tonight's top stories. This week, President Trump's former attorney Michael Cohen pled guilty to lying to Congress about Trump's real estate dealings in Russia during his 2016 campaign. Cohen's latest testimony has revealed that Donald Trump continued to work on a deal to build a Trump Tower in Moscow well into his presidential campaign. Trump took to Twitter to defend the deal, describing it as, quote, very legal and very cool, which is the same way that I described this ID to my local liquor store clerk in high school. The deal allegedly included a sweetener that would give the $50 million penthouse to Vladimir Putin. Trump's design plans for the luxury penthouse included 6 bedrooms, a chef's kitchen, and a huge master suite complete with a king-size bed and a golden shower.
Republicans in Michigan and Wisconsin are using their lame duck sessions to rein in the power of incoming Democrats elected to the House and governor's mansion and make it harder to vote in the future, while new reports show evidence of Republican voter fraud in North Carolina. You know, like the old saying goes, if at first you don't succeed, cheat.
Just hours ago, special counsel Robert Mueller released his long-anticipated memo detailing the sentencing of former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. After teasing a potentially damning report about the former Lieutenant General, Mueller disappointed many hopeful Democrats by instead releasing what appears to be a close-up photograph of the Hamburglar. Mueller releases legal reports like Ryan Seacrest releases American Idol results. One of these campaign officials is going to jail, and it is coming up right after the break.
The report details the litany of lies that Flynn told to then FBI Director James Comey. After the release of the memo, TMZ spotted Flynn sporting his new look that Vogue is calling Buddhist protest monk.
While most of the public memo has been redacted, it serves as proof that Flynn gave Mueller a lot of information about Trump's potential relations with Russia. I mean, they met 19 times. No former Princeton fraternity brother is going to go on 19 dates with you if you're not putting out. And trust me, I know Robert Mueller, and he is a third date kind of guy.
In encroaching hellscape news this week, a report penned by 13 different government agencies suggests that climate change is already affecting the United States, threatening bigger wildfires, more tropical storms, and hundreds of billions of dollars in economic shrinkage. When questioned about the report, Trump said, "I've seen it. I've read some of it. It's fine. I don't believe it." Which, coincidentally, is the same thing he said when McDonald's added nutrition information to its menu. But Trump and his party continue their willful ignorance of the implications of climate change. The president may have to rename Trump Mar-a-Lago to Trump Atlantis. A recent study has revealed that Kentucky now has less jobs in coal than when Trump took office.
But don't you worry, Koch brothers, you'll still be getting your stockings full of it thanks to Southeast Santa.
Oh, you got like validation or something? I parked the car out back.
Wait, your car? So
Yeah.
no sleigh?
No. It's wicked sick, bro. It's a Volvo.
Southeast Santa, I mean...
You want cigarettes? Holiday colors. Anyways, you were saying something, sugar.
Southeast Santa, what have you been doing to prepare for this year?
Well, been doing quite a lot, Kate.
Wait, hold on, how do you know my name? I'm Jewish.
That's what you think. You see, I do the naughty list for everybody. You know, you might know Hanukkah Harry, my associate. I'm in cahoots with all of them, including Kwanzaa Carol, Diwali Deepak, Ramadan Raoul. Got them all in my pocket.
Yeah,
Okay, but Santa...
Thank you.
But Santa, I've been like really good this year.
What do we think, yo? Now, Kate, remember Cancun? You remember Cancun, right?
Okay, well, Southeast Santa, how big is the naughty list this year?
I gotta check. You got the... All right.
That's it?
Yeah. Give me a second. I got that Saudi guy, MBS, Kate Salkowitz, and El Chapo.
So, not Donald Trump?
Now, I hate to burst your liberal bubble, but since the Don is killing American coal, my pure North Pole product is doing pretty good.
But Southeast Santa, how can I be on the same list as El Chapo?
Well, I say you ask your friends at Sigma Alpha Mu. We saw you at that Christmas party, and let me tell you, it was snowing.
What?
And he said, Kate, sugar, I get it, but I don't make the rules, okay?
Then who does?
Hey, take this, I'm terrible. Kate, you gotta stop talking with your mouth and talk with your pocketbook, something like that.
Are you asking me for a bribe?
I mean, a donation, sweetheart. You see guys like me dressed all across. But anyways, Kate, I don't think you're getting it. I gotta explain something to you, all right?
Actually, Santa, we have some more
No,
questions
Jack,
for you.
listen. You've been a good boy this year. I know you don't want to ruin that, buddy. So sit your boyo down. Let me do the talking, all right? Listen, Kate, I'm a powerful guy, all right? The Santa you see, that's my cousin Donnie, all right? They all work for me, the big boss. Tell them.
You tell him, boss.
Thank you.
Yeah, boss.
You see, presents for everyone in the world, that's nice, but I'm painting the Mona Lisa here. The bigger picture is I got the best distribution center in the world. I know where everybody lives, and I can get in their houses at all times. The reason El Chapo is on the list is because he's behind on his payments. The reason MBS in the list is because he lost a shipment of my primo North Pole uranium. I was supposed to say it. Anyways, I mine more coal, lithium, and raw material than anybody else in the world. And I got these little guys doing for me all the work for me for free. I make the real money. I get my hands a little dirty, Yeah, sure, I drive a Volvo, I wear flannel. I'm from Boston. I still hate the Yanks and I still hate Mexicans. But anyway, at the end of the day, the game is mine. I deal the cards. No one's gonna arrest Santa. No one can track me down. And no one's gonna stop buying my product. And nothing can stop me ever. Yeah. Wicked pisser. Freaking rat.
Is everything
What,
okay,
yeah?
Southeast Santa?
What did-
Someone caught me smooching with her ma. My time's up. I gotta go. See ya.
Southeast Santa, everybody!
He's lying. Well, Chinese scientist shocked the world this week when he reported that he'd created the world's first genetically edited babies, a set of twins born immune to AIDS and other STDs. For reference, this is what twins that are immune to STDs look like.
The G20 summit took place this past weekend in Buenos Aires. President Trump met with Chinese President Xi Jinping and agreed to a temporary truce in the U.S.-China trade war. But it wasn't all smiles for Trump, who was caught by a hot mic off camera saying, "Get me out of here." But that could have just been because he was jealous after seeing these two broauthoritarians dapping it up on the floor of the summit without him. This handshake comes in the wake of Putin ramping up aggression toward Ukraine and weeks of suspicion that Saudi Arabian Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman ordered the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. I mean, come on. These guys look about as innocent as Zach and Cody after stealing Esteban's luggage cart.
Ivanka Trump is under scrutiny for using a private email account for important work-related business, an ironic parallel to the Trump family's criticism of Hillary Clinton's use of a similar server during her term as Secretary of State. It seems ridiculous that Ivanka would do the same thing that her father so maligned Hillary Clinton for doing, but maybe she was just trying to adopt qualities that would make her father less attracted to her.
General Motors has announced plans to lay off almost 15,000 employees, shutting down 5 of their North American factories, opting to move them overseas. This blow to 10% of their entire American workforce comes right after the car giant got a huge corporate tax cut from the Trump administration, which they used to prop up their stocks with buybacks instead of protecting their blue-collar workers. GM released a tepid statement saying that they will stop allocating products to these plants, but you can bet Trump will continue to allocate lies to his base. During his campaign, he promised the people of Michigan that no more factories will close, which is like if in school he promised to protect a kid from a bully and then taught the bully karate.
This week you found out that you could have been jerking it with a fresh Pike Place roast in your left hand this whole time. Well, not anymore. Starbucks has just announced that they will soon be blocking pornographic websites from their public access Wi-Fi. The changes will come in Starbucks stores after January, but your local pervert won't.
The adult video streaming site YouPorn has responded to the cyber block by banning Starbucks coffee in its offices. Is there no place sacred for me and my morning cold brew to get intimate anymore?
And finally, on Sunday, U.S. authorities fired tear gas onto hundreds of migrants attempting to enter the United States. The move was met with outrage on both sides of the border, but not both sides of the aisle. Fox News brought on former Deputy Chief of U.S. Border Control Ron Colburn to defend the move, who said, quote, "It's natural. You can actually put it on your nachos and eat it," making tear gas the second worst thing that you can put on tortilla chips. Oh, I'm sorry, the third worst thing. For Late Night Review, I'm Kate Salkowitz.
I'm Jack Overbeck.
Good night.